Good morning, everyone. Today is October 31st, 2019. It is 27 but feels like 17 here in North Idaho. I'm Jody and welcome to Moose Flats Farm. Well, it's eerily quiet on the farm today. Get these animals fed and bucket brigade the water, and I'll explain why.
What are you happy to, girl?
So, yesterday being Sunday, which is my normal day to do projects, I did a bunch of projects. Not all of them are YouTube record worthy. I got the bathroom painted, finally. Got the green garden fence straightened out. Washed the bedding and swept and mopped the house. It was much needed. But while I was working on the fencing, the notable life choices. Take Frank, for example. He was never aggressive towards us, always stayed out of our way, but to the other chickens, he was very aggressive. And I've seen him try to stomp on the new babies and peck at them, and I have lost 4. But since I put him in with the mallards in the enclosed pen, haven't lost any more. Don't know if he understands his poor life choice at that moment. But the black hen with the egg band, her poor life choice is she's an opportunistic egg eater. And coming into winter, don't need an egg eater because she'll just teach all the rest of them to eat the eggs. And the mallards, unfortunately, just changing what I want to grow on the farm. And the 3 mules, they're unfortunately just food value. But they'll taste really good, and they've had a good life here. Don't have any huge plans on butchering any of the other black hens because they're still laying and doing good, and they're not really that old. What are you doing? Still don't know what I'm going to do with this other black silky rooster. But he is a pretty little boy. Because they're not big enough to eat. But we'll just see how the winter plays out. Now that I've scratched them, the juvenile hens don't want anything to do with me. But in the mornings when I come up here, I'm surprised I haven't stepped on them. They are right under my feet, going, "Mom, feed us, we're starving." But by the time this comes out, we will have processed the 18 mallards, the 3 turkeys, the 3 mules, and those 2 chickens. And we'll have jerky going in the dehydrator. Usually by this time the little juvenile hens are underneath my feet, going into the chicken coop, cleaning up after me. They're staying in a kind of sunny spot, so let's go feed the Muscovies. Oh, you guys still had food from last night. guys. It's okay, ladies. And several of them are hiding around the corner because 5 of them got caught last night and had their wings clipped. So they're kind of shy of mommy right now. Let's get these girls scratched. That time of year, their water is completely frozen. We'll be working on fixing that this afternoon. And I did cut the flock down by about 1/3 yesterday. And no, I didn't film any of it. I've been told in the past by a friend that I'm cold and unfeeling. I'm far from that. I'm just very reserved. And that was not something I was ready to share with the world. And when I was doing it, I stayed with them until they passed and then would start the process all over again. And I'm very thankful for what they are going to give us. So on that note, need to get some 5-gallon buckets and get these guys watered. Okay guys, let's go get you some water. I know, babies. The world is frozen tundra now. And the reason I didn't feed these guys today, because tomorrow's their last day too. So kind of sad but fulfilling week I'm gonna have this week. Yeah, I'm thawing out your guys' water and it will get fixed tomorrow, or fixed this afternoon. And because the mallards aren't here anymore, yesterday I just flipped open the big door on their house, and a bunch of the Muscovies slept in there last night, so have to get out here, rake out the old pine shavings and fill it back up. It's good to know they're at least sleeping somewhere under cover. And the pond is frozen over. The bog and the waterfall are still going, but the pond itself, it's got a layer of ice on it. So part of today is tearing down and repurposing. Gonna kind of get the chicken coop cleaned up a little bit, get the brooder box tore apart, bring their water dishes in so the heat light can help keep it from freezing, and adding a little more of an awning to the outside for them. So I know they recommend you don't put water in the coop because it makes a mess. But with us having the dirt floor, I think it'll be okay. We'll just monitor it. And Mom is still using the heat light, so I just put the water kind of over by that, so hopefully it won't freeze them out. And that'll show you how cold it is. That is a crack. It's got several in it. And I collected yesterday morning. Must have laid it after. And it cracked. But get these nest box cleaned up and move on with the next project. The turkeys did get a reprieve for one day after doing the 18 mallards, the 2 chickens, and the 3 Muscovy mules. I needed a mental health day to get over that, but have to get the turkeys done today because Dave John goes back to work tomorrow, and it's going to take both of us to get it done. So life on the farm is trucking along. Well, that's where I'm going to end today's video. I hope you have a good day and a good week, and I'll see you on Sunday's video. Bye.